Hey, Dan Cucimillo here with NorCal Sports Network with a video on Juan Soto and where will he sign and for how much. Before we get started, let me thank our sponsor of this video, Chapman Law Group. Check out Chapman Law Group in the description of this video. All right, everybody, lots of rumors out there. Juan Soto expected to sign maybe before the winter meetings, could be any day now. Does he sign before the winter meetings? Does he sign at the winter meetings? I've been saying for the past month, right after the season and even during the World Series, I think Soto signs at the winter meetings. I was at the winter meetings in December 23 on the floor when Aaron Judge, the noise got all heated up and he was walking around and was talking about, oh, is he going to the Giants? And then, the famous John Heyman tweet, the arson judge going to the Giants. And it was electric there in the meeting room. It was pretty dead most of the day. But as the day went along and we heard Judge was flying out and all that, I could see Soto doing something similar like that on Monday at the winter meetings in Dallas, or he may just sign beforehand. But once he signs, a domino effect is going to start. You're going to see the teams that lose out, they're going to go heavy on guys they want, whether it's Santander or Teoscar Hernandez. Kind of look to see what the Dodgers do. If the Dodgers do come to an agreement with Teoscar before Soto is signed, that probably is an indication that the Dodgers will be out on Soto. But if they are holding out on Teoscar and they're waiting to see what Soto's decision is, they probably feel like they have a good shot. And the Dodgers wouldn't surprise me, guys. It wouldn't surprise me if the Dodgers pull some type of maneuver where they put together a pretty nice package with an opt-out after the third year, maybe something like that, when Soto turns to his age 30 season where he can opt out and enter free agency again. The Dodgers have the ability, look, they can pay him like $75 million a year, $225 for 3 years, cut the AAV down in later years, maybe even defer some of that, and the Dodgers could get creative. They're making over $120 million supposedly with Shohei Ohtani. So if they're in this window to win, why not pay Soto, pay him $75 million a year for 3 years and then cut it way down below $40 million. Either way this thing happens, guys, this thing is north of 600 for sure. I've been saying since very early on that I thought it would have a 700 figure when it's all said and done. Why do I say that? Well, Shohei signed for $700 million, 10 years, right? He deferred $680 million of it. But Scott Boras was not Shohei Ohtani's agent. Scott Boras likes to have the number one contract. Now, he's never going to have the number one AAV with Juan Soto. Juan Soto's not going to average $70 million a year. That's basically what Shohei getting Shohei and Soto mixed together. It's basically what Shohei is averaging is $70 million, even though $68 million is deferred. But I could see Boras just wanting to get over that $700 million. That's why I think it goes 14 to 15 years. I think it's going to end up being a 14 to 15-year deal because it gets that AAV affordable. And think about this. Juan Soto is going to play DH probably after 6-7 years of the deal. He's 26. He's not the most, fleet-footed outfielder. He's serviceable, but he's not a Gold Glove type outfielder. But he plays 5-6 years, maybe 7 years till he's age 32, 33, and then he finishes the rest of his career at DH. I think that's what you got to think of, and you're probably going to get a lot of benefit even at Soto at a late age, 37, 38. That bat will play. But I think you got to go into it with this mindset that you sign him for 14, 15 years. Maybe those last 3, 4, maybe even 5 years, you're kind of eating the contract. But if you can get, 8 to 10 really, really good productive years from Soto, that's what you're paying for. And it's going to be an overpay, but I think it ends up with a number over 700 million. I really do. I think when it's all said and done, we could be looking at a number of something like this: 15 years, 705 million, 47 million AAV. Could be something like that. Could be an opt-out, or I'm not an opt-out, but a lot of deferred money. It could be deferred with all of the teams involved. And, who are the teams involved? Well, we got the Yankees, of course. We've got the Mets. We've got the Red Sox. We got the Dodgers. And we got the Toronto Blue Jays. Those are the 5 reported teams. Is there a mystery team that pops up at the end? Could be. I doubt it. I think this is the 5 teams, but you never know. There could be somebody that pops in there. So reportedly, the Phillies never had a meeting with him. So Phillies are out on him. And really, what does it come down to? Does it come down to money? Or does it come down to, is it the highest bidder? Or is it close to the highest bidder and it's a team he wants to play for and he wants to win? I think the Blue Jays, if we're doing a beauty pageant and we've got 5, the 5th runner-up is the Toronto Blue Jays, okay? The next runner-up, and then again, this is a crapshoot, guys. I'm hearing Red Sox have a shot at signing him, but the next runner-up is, I'm going to say it is the Red Sox. I think it comes down to the Yankees, Mets, and Dodgers. The fact that the Dodgers are still in there, are they in it because they're just driving the price up? Or does Juan Soto say, you know what? I'd really like to play in front of a packed house every night. Nice summer nights in LA, packed house, play with 3 other future Hall of Famers in the batting order. Maybe there's more on that team as well, but there's 3 minimum in Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman, right? We know that. So you put Soto in there, you have 4 Hall of Famers. There's no salary cap. Why wouldn't the Dodgers take advantage of this window before there's a change made? They can afford it. They can do it. The question is, does Soto buy into it? Does Soto say, you know what? I don't have to be the guy. Everybody knows I'm Juan Soto. I just want to play and have fun. And I want to play on a winning team. I want to be in the playoffs every year. He signs with any one of those other 4 teams. There's no guarantee they make the playoffs every year, even with Juan Soto. You have one injury to Judge like he had in the 23 season, team could, fall apart. So there's no guarantee. The Dodgers, they're practically bulletproof. Okay. They can have injuries as they did last year. Their pitching staff was decimated. They still went on to win the World Series. So does Soto just say, you know what? I'll take a little bit less and I'll play with a top team. I'm going to be in a great market. I can be marketed in LA. I could relax because I'm on such a great team. I don't have to be the guy every night. Does he want to go back to New York and be the guy and get booed if he has a bad year and realize he's stuck in New York for all these years? And New Yorkers could be very tough on their players if they don't perform. Or does he thrive in that environment and say, you know what? I'm Juan Soto. I'm the baddest dude around, I can handle New York. I really don't know how this goes down. The one thing I feel confident of is that it's 14 years minimum. I think it's 14 years, maybe 15, and it pushes over 700 million. That's my belief. I could be wrong. We'll see. But in the end, where does he sign? I think it's going to be, you know what? I think it comes down to this team And I don't know. I think the Mets are going to be the highest bidder. I just don't know if he wants to play with the Mets. The Mets organization spent a ton of money before when Cohn took over. They had Max Scherzer and Jacob deGrom and Fernando or Francisco Lindor and Pete Alonso, and they couldn't even get it done. They were a disaster. Then last year, boom, they make it all the way to the NLCS. But they've lost a lot of pitching this year. They're losing probably Manaea. Luis Severino's already signed with the A's. They're losing others. They have to. I think the Mets are going to constantly be replacing guys. If you want to go with the teams that I think have the best futures, it's probably the Dodgers with their loaded team and the Boston Red Sox with 4 top 100 prospects. And they got Casas at first base. They got Rafael Devers. They got Duran. Boston's up and coming. You get all those youngsters. So, guys, I don't know where it ends up. I really don't. I'm guessing as much as you guys. It's going to be exciting right here on NorCal Sports Network. When news breaks, we'll have it for you. We'll have it live on NorCal Sports Network. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, because once the news breaks, we're going to have a show on it and we'll break it down for you. So let us know, guys. Am I copping out? I guess if you want me to take a guess, and I've been all over the board on this. I've been between the Mets and the Yankees and the Dodgers. And I guess if it comes right down to it, who am I picking? And I've changed my mind, but it feels like, you know what it feels like? It feels like I got to get my little thing back here to put up. I think it feels like this team, the New York Yankees. I feel like it goes back to the Yankees, guys. At this point, could be wrong. We'll see where it ends up, guys. It's going to be fun. Let us know what you think down below. Please like and subscribe to this channel. It really does help grow the show. Tell us what you think below. Tell me what team you think it is. Do you think there's a mystery team involved? Do you think it's a good signing? You know what? I think the team that misses out on Soto and pivots quickly, they may be the winners in this, because if you're going to spend $600 to $700 million, why wouldn't you go out and sign a Corbin Burns, an Anthony Santander, or a Teoscar Hernandez, and a Max Fried, all three of them for $600 to $700? You'd be much better off if you were in that position. So look for, as soon as Soto signs, guys like Willy Adames, Santander, Burns, and Teoscar Hernandez. Watch for those guys to start going off the board quick. And I think the team that comes up second or third may be in a position, if they're smart, they would. If you're willing to go spend $600 or $700 on one guy, why wouldn't you do that for 3 guys? To me, that makes more sense. I think you'd be the winner in this sweepstakes if you actually come up second and actually pivoted and moved quick. All right, guys, tell us what you think of the video below. We love your comments. We respond to those comments as much as possible. And we'll see you here on NorCal Sports on the next video and also on our lives. Keep it here, everybody. Thanks, and have a great day.